on line 19, de minimis amounts, is that defined anywhere in current statute, or what? Or if not, what is your idea of de minimis amount?
De minimis amount comes from TJ. and from Monsanto, because that was their suggestion that you know, if you have a small amount that maybe you wouldn't be liable, and they would prefer that to intent. But I really don't see that as being adequate. I think, to me, and I was always taught that you're innocent until proven guilty, and as you were saying, you think you are, but there's a perception, at least, that that's not the case under federal.
I see.
Thank
And
you,
Mr. Chairman, Representative Bandy, that the de minimis, you realize under the way this bill's written, I could intentionally take some seeds, and as long as they're de minimis, I'm off the hook. Would you agree with that?
And what,
which is kind of problematic.
This is what Monsanto wanted. They wanted the de minimis in there because they thought that de minimis was the way to define it. If you just take a little bit, that maybe they would make
so
it
a little bit of okay.
And just and wrapping it up, Mr. Chairman, Representative, I think it took me a while to get this, but I hate the phrase "perception is reality" because reality is reality. But when it comes to the market, perception, people take risks based on that perception. And so my fear is that these companies will just take New Mexico off their list and not invest here if in fact this were to go through. I see you shaking your head, Mr. Chairman. Representative Bandy, do you have an opinion on that? Or?
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I mean, as Representative Chavante says, the next modified seed business is big business in New Mexico. It's big business for the farmers in Mexico, and I don't see how this little law that we're dinking around the law here is going to have much effect on it. In my opinion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. No, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative. I've got Representative. Representative Stewart, followed by Representative Egolf.
Mr. Chairman, I was just going to make a motion, so.
Okay. Is it a due pass or a substitute motion?
It was a due pass.
Okay, excellent. Representative Egolf, were you going to make a motion too?
I was, but I'll just say one point, and then I guess we'll be done. That is, it's interesting. I support the bill, and I think it's interesting that we're doing it, and we say that we don't believe assertions that if we do this, industry will stay away, and we do that here. But when similar arguments are made affecting other industries and other major international corporations, that argument is not. It does not give him much weight by certain members of the committee, Mr. Chairman. And I would just like to point that out without naming any names or saying anything in particular, but I just think this is a very important point, Mr. Chairman, that when there are customers and when there's a product, the product will find the customers. And when there's a company and a resource, Mr. Chairman, the company will find the resource. And that's all I want to say, Mr. Chairman. I think nothing more needs to be said on that point. I look forward to voting for Representative Bandy's bill.
Thank you very much, Representative.